Meet Kelsey Hatcher, a remarkable woman whose journey to motherhood took an extraordinary turn. Kelsey made headlines when she gave birth to not one, but two beautiful twin girls from separate wombs at the University of Alabama at Birmingham Hospital.
Oh, she's beautiful! My name is Kelsey Hatcher. I have a uterine didelphys, and I'm currently pregnant in both uterus.
Kelsey Hatcher arrived at the University of Alabama at Birmingham Hospital on December 19th for a scheduled induction for her fourth pregnancy. Many would assume Kelsey's fourth time giving birth would be a walk in the park, and some may consider her an expert since she had 3 prior typical, healthy pregnancies. However, Kelsey walked into UAB with a pregnancy classified as truly 1 in a million. She has a rare double uterus and was pregnant with a baby on each side. After 20 combined hours of labor, she gave birth to 2 girls, baby A born December 19th and baby B born December 20th. For Kelsey and her family, this rarity meant double the uterus, double the labor, double the babies, and double the birthdays. At the age of 17, Kelsey received a diagnosis of a double uterus, medically referred to as uterus didelphys.
I found out that I had a didelphic uterus when I was 17 years old.
This rare congenital anomaly affects only 0.3% of women and arises when the Müllerian ducts fail to fuse during development. Consequently, 2 separate uterine cavities, often termed as horns, are formed. In Kelsey's unique case, she not only has 2 uteri but also 2 cervices, each connected to 1 fallopian tube and 1 ovary.
So uterine didelphys is when she was born with 2 uteruses and 2 cervixes. It's something that just happens to some people. It's essentially can be thought of as a form of birth defect. It is something that happened when she was an embryo herself in her mom's uterus, and it's something that she was born with.
It's pretty rare. It's, from what I've read, it's about maybe 3 per 1,000 women might have a similar condition or the same condition.
So I initially found out I was pregnant. I was at home and was a few days late, decided I'm not gonna wait until the next morning. We'll just go ahead and take a test, and immediately it popped up that I was pregnant. So I called my husband Caleb and FaceTimed him, and we just we have laughed through the whole scenario, but we kind of laughed it off, and he is my #1 fan. He's always been like, hey, we're gonna be fine, this is gonna be great, like, we can do this. And just trying to wrap our heads around like a 4th pregnancy, because we were biologically done at 3, but we knew that we wanted to have a bigger family, whether that be through fostering or adopting. So it was just kind of like, okay, well, here we go. Like, this is not really what we had planned, but it's here, so we'll roll with the punches. And then I went in for my 8-week ultrasound. Nervous jitters as normal. I feel like anybody that's pregnant goes in for that ultrasound. It doesn't matter how many you've had, it's just kind of nerve-wracking. The ultrasound tech began the initial ultrasound, and I said, does everything look okay? She said, baby's growing fine, heart rate's great, everything looks fine. And jokingly, I said, there is only 1, right? And she said, yeah, there's only 1. I took a deep breath and just kind of laid back. And I said, I'm sure it's marked in my chart, but just so you're aware, like in case you missed it, while you're scanning, I do have another uterus. I didn't want you just to see it and wonder like what it was there something wrong? She said, I thought I had caught something. Let's just go over there and check it out, make sure everything looks okay. And as soon as she moved the ultrasound wand to the other side of my belly, like, she didn't even have the time to say anything. I immediately said, oh my gosh, there's another one. And she said, yeah, there's another one. And I just burst out into laughter because I didn't know what else to do. And she laughed too. I immediately called Caleb and told him. He initially thought that I was not telling the truth, but made me tell him quite a few times, and then we just kind of laughed and had a good time with it.
Due to the rareness of dicavitary twins, Dr. Patel and Dr. Davis had only a handful of case reports to study and use to guide a plan for delivery. In some cases, both babies were born vaginally. In others, the cervices would dilate only to a certain point, thus resulting in a double caesarean section. There were also cases where one uterus went into spontaneous labor and the other did not. The team knew there were 3 potential delivery scenarios. 1. Both babies delivered vaginally. 2. One baby delivered vaginally, the other delivered via C-section. 3. Both babies delivered via C-section.
There's no true expert out there who knows how to manage a patient with 2 uteruses and 2 babies with 1 in each uterus, and so we really rely on our baseline teaching and our baseline knowledge and our normal physiology of pregnancy that we understand and applying it in her scenario.
The next appointment that I had with Dr. Patel, she let me know like how rare and special this case was. And I don't think at that point I knew that it was a small chance because we Googled it. My whole family freaked out and we all Googled and stuff. But I had not at that point realized that no one at UAB had seen a case like this. So she kind of ran through the setup, how pregnancy would go. From there she sent me to MFM and we had the high risk meeting just to see if I should be considered a high-risk case through pregnancy. And then after that, on that initial finding, they said everything looked great. There was really no reason to be high risk through the 1st and 2nd trimester. We made the plan that 3rd trimester we would be co-managed, and just through delivery also kind of figuring out our options as to what that would be. She asked me initially what my wishes were for delivery, and I've again successfully had 3 natural deliveries, so that's kind of the route that I wanted to go if we're able to. And everyone has been wonderful and everything has lined up, so that's our initial goal, is to do a natural delivery for both of them, so we're working through that.
Her first baby, named Roxi, was delivered vaginally at 7:45 p.m. on December 19th, weighing 7 pounds 7 ounces, the press release said. Meanwhile, her second baby, named Rebel, was delivered via C-section a little over 10 hours after her sister was born, on December 20th, at 6:10 a.m., weighing 7 pounds 3.5 ounces.
Our experience with this delivery was we had our induction settled for December 19th, so we could all be home together for Christmas. So we drove in to UAB. We got here about 6:10 on Tuesday, and it was kind of a waiting game from that point on. I think we broke the water on the right side first because I was more dilated. On that side I was 4 centimeters when we got here on the right and 3 centimeters on the left. And I think we started Pitocin and everything ramped up probably around 10. And they kept an eye on us and were checking on us. They stayed pretty neck and neck the whole time. As far as like their dilation patterns, baby A went up to 5 centimeters where baby B went to 4, and that confirmed to Dr. Patel that, hey, we're going to break the water on the right side, and that should speed things along for that one. So it was just a waiting game from there, just kind of chilling and waiting for things to happen. And then finally I could tell I was experiencing some more pressure, and so they called Dr. Patel in, and she was like, oh yeah, we're ready to go. So we delivered baby A. She was born at 7:49, and we named her Roxi. But then after we delivered her and got everything taken care of, we had a successful delivery. We knew that we still had to get baby B out. So we went back to our room. We were there, I don't know what time exactly we got in there, but we had probably 9 to 10 hours to help get baby B to engage into the pelvis. It was almost like once sister got out, she took the extra space up and kind of just didn't want to float down, even though she had been there already. So we tried different mechanisms, using like a peanut ball, laying on my side. Some of the nurses helped me, like my legs fell off, hold them off the bed so gravity would help pull her down. We did a lot of interventions, and towards the end, Dr. Patel was like, we've had no progression, we've seen nothing, we don't know how much longer we can take of this, so I think after we've done all that we could do, it's time for the C-section. So we prepped for that. We went back that morning, and baby 2, who is Rebel, she was born at 7:09. So one born on a Tuesday, one born on a Wednesday, so they have different birthdays. Baby A is born on the 19th and baby B was born on the 20th. So it was a very long day, but we made it.
Cheers to Kelsey Hatcher and her family on this incredible journey. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to subscribe on Daily Focus TV and ring the bell icon to stay tuned for more inspiring contents from Daily Focus TV.